Connor, obviously trying to close a team out is a different kind of challenge. You know, we saw last night a team fighting for its life, and it's just maybe that extra hurdle to get over. You expect that from Calgary tonight?
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously they're a great team over there, and they got a lot of heart. So I expect them to come out and have a real solid game.
Connor, it was a big night for Nugent Hopkins the other night. You guys get a lot of attention. It's nice for him to get some attention for his work the other night.
Yeah, it was great. You know, he's been so solid for us for a long time. And to see him get rewarded offensively, come up with 2 huge goals. That entire line. I mean, Himes has been playing amazing. Been stepping up. So great to see those guys kind of step into the spotlight.
You look, Connor, tonight, obviously, Calgary's a desperate team. Lucic talked about yesterday. They got to bring the desperation they had in Game 7. How do you match a team's desperation? You've been that desperate team. How do you match it when you're the team that's in front?
Well, we're desperate to close the series out. That's how you match it. We want to come out and have a strong performance and play our best game of the series and close the series out. That's obviously our focus.
Jay is doing this as a head coach for the first time. What can you say about sort of the tone that he's setting and the routine he's got set up for you guys, and if there's just sort of some comfort in the way he's got things set up for you?
Yeah, he's been doing an amazing job. You'd never think that he's going through for the first time, as a head coach in the NHL. I mean, he's done it a bunch in the American League level. They've gone on deep runs and stuff like that. So, he's come in and done a great job. I mean, lots been talked about, with Woody. So, yeah.
This is one of the last of the old buildings, right? The crowd's right on top of you. It's a small room. The last 2 games in here, you guys went behind 3-0 and 2-0. Having gone through that, is it easier to handle in Game 5 than it was in Game 1 and 2?
Yeah, I mean, just experiencing that, twice now, I think, just gives us a little bit more comfort of, what to expect out there. Obviously, we haven't had 2 good starts in this building, and starts are key. So for our group, I think coming out and managing that 10-minute game and getting ourselves into the game early is important.
How much? Go ahead.
You've added a physical element to your game, and that's been talked about a lot. What's the process like to go in adding that? Do you train a little bit differently? Do you watch footage? Like, how do you go about implementing a new layer to your game?
It's not that complicated. It's playoff time, and want to be part of the group that. We want to be a physical group, an annoying group to play against. Play inside guys' gear, and I just want to be part of that, obviously, and that's all that is.
Connor, when you play against players, maybe you don't know them as well as when they're teammates, and so I don't know how much you knew about Kulak being in the East, but can you talk about just what he's brought to your team here in this postseason, and maybe just kind of being overlooked at how big of a performer he's been on the back end for you?
Yeah, he's been great, really solid. We played against Montreal 9 times last year, so certainly got a lot of looks on Cooley, and we played in Calgary before that, so I know a lot about his game, and he's someone who skates real well, defends hard, and kind of makes that good first pass. So he's been solid for us back there.
Connor, with the minutes that yourself and some of the other players are putting in right now, how does this condensed travel schedule help you guys right now?
Yeah, I mean, certainly it's not as hard on the body to fly 30 minutes as opposed to some of these longer flights that we've had. So maybe allows for a couple more minutes here and there, but I don't think a ton goes into that.
What's it like? I think the baby that Andrew Kane and his partner has his 3rd baby born here this year in your team. This used to be a group of kids that barely kept a girlfriend, probably. Now you got a bunch of babies. Is it changing everywhere? Are you all grown up? Is it different now?
Yeah, our team certainly growing up. You can definitely see that, like you said, in the number of kids that are around, and I think it's been great. It's exciting for Kaner and his family, and he's growing his family, and a lot of guys have grown their family out, and it's fun to watch.
Connor, in a league where so often kind of a pass-first mentality, what is adding finishers like Hyman and Kane, who aren't afraid to think shoot first. What has that done for the group, especially since they have finished consistently?
Yeah, they've been great around the net. Yeah, I think it just adds an element of just work around the net. Himes is always kind of in front of the goalie and battling for loose pucks in there, and Kaner's obviously just so good around the net. So it allows us guys that like to maybe pass the puck a little bit more to look for them, and they've done a great job putting it away.
Connor, what do you maybe know or have learned over the past few years about Mike Smith that you didn't know about him, and what kind of person he is when he was on the other side of this rivalry?
Yeah, I've worked out with Smitty for a long time. I used to train with Gary there for a few years before, so I've known Smitty for a while, and I just think just his passion and how much excitement he brings to the game, and it's fun to watch. It wasn't fun to play against necessarily, but certainly glad he's in our net.
Is it in those summer workouts that you see why he's still doing this at 40?
I think it's just how much he loves it, honestly. He loves coming to the rink and being around the guys and going to battle every day. And I think that allows him to keep moving forward and keep his body going.
You guys shook off that goal against real fast, and I'm not sure, maybe in previous years if the nerves would have got the better of you there or not, but that quality seems to be instilled here. Would you say that you felt that in the group at that time? And
yeah, I liked our third period as a whole. I thought we were doing a good job holding them off, and got a power play there and had a couple of looks, and those breaks are going to happen throughout a playoff series, and there's going to be ebbs and flows to a series, and momentum swings and bounces and whatnot, and it's how you manage those that kind of dictates the outcome. So I thought we did a good job of, like you said, just kind of brushing it off and continuing to go, and obviously getting a big goal from Nuge there.
Those become a bit of a benchmark, something that the next time something goofy happens, you can say, wow, made it through the last time. You got to count some of those up to have success.
I think just, again, having as many experiences as possible is a good thing. Experiencing those weird, wacky bounces and kind of those letdowns, I guess, from giving up a 3-0 lead, and being able to respond. I think there's going to be things, like you said, that happen throughout the playoffs, and having those experiences and learning from them, or knowing what you liked about them, help you moving forward.
How much does leadership on the bench play a factor when things aren't going your way, or when you give up a fluke goal? Like, what's your role as a leader on the bench when it's in the moment or the moments immediately after that stuff happens?
Yeah, I think as a bench we did a great job of just keeping each other up and getting each other going again. We got a ton of leaders on this group, and I think the bench was real positive even after something like that. So it's a good sign.
thanks, Jordan.